I need is you. Hey guys, good morning. I want to talk to you today about the boldness to walk in the calling of what God has called you to do, knowing who you are, even when the world can't perceive or understand. Who has to know your calling? You have to know that your calling and your election is sure. Because people of God, people often don't understand what is happening until it's long gone, right? So you have to be obedient to the voice of God and walk in his will. So I want to talk to you about arising and shining. This is not the season to shrink back, but it's the season to step forward. Who will arise and fight for the Lord? Who will arise and go into battle in this season to proclaim the name of the Lord? The beginning of the season, really the beginning of the year before, around November, the Lord gave me a word to share. He told me that this would be a year of the double. Now, he had told me this, a couple years ago, but he released me to be able to say it in November. Another word that the Lord gave me was that this was going to be a season where we would rule and reign in the midst of our enemies, God's people. Yes, he prepares a table before our enemies, and they will watch us be blessed. He will anoint our head with oil. And it's just because the glory of the Lord will be seen among the nations, and the glory upon your life that will bring others into the kingdom. They'll want to know the God that you serve. The next word the Lord gave me, and this one kind of threw me by surprise. This was the great reversal word. Do y'all remember that? The Lord gave me this word, that this would be a season of great reversals. Now, when he gave me that word, I really didn't have a full understanding of it. I thought maybe this would have something to do with COVID restrictions and all of these other things. But how many of you know you only prophesied in part according to the Bible? And so, as we watch things unfold in our nation, in our government, that word has taken on a whole new meaning. And it's so amazing to walk with God. It's so amazing to see what the Lord has in store, because his ways are higher than our ways, and his thoughts. But this is why it's so important that we're obedient. No matter what man thinks of you, no matter what they can get or perceive or understand, you've got to trust God. And when God says go, you got to be willing to put it all on the line and just say it. And I thank God that he's given me the boldness and courage to step forth and just give the word of the Lord as he releases it in my spirit. Now, I want to talk to you from Micah 5, because in Micah 5, it talks about a remnant that will be bold as lions. It talks about a remnant that will be like dew, will be refreshing. God's people, he's raising up people that are going into the cities, going into the job sites, going everywhere they go. And the Bible says they'll be like rain, they'll be like dew, they'll be like showers from the Lord, bringing refreshment. Why? Because there's so many people that are pessimistic. There's so many people that have such negative outlooks. There's so many people that don't have the fear of the Lord truly, and they don't have a word from God that is so refreshing. The Bible says a word from the Lord, how beautiful are the feet of those who who bring forth the word of the Lord. Why? Because it is refreshing to the soul. And God's people need it. The people of the world need to hear what the living God has to say in this hour. So be bold as lions. God will strengthen you to do what it is that he calls you to do. All he needs is your yes. Every day we have to surrender to our will and surrender to his and say yes, and to step out and walk in faith and do as the Lord has said. So I'm here to encourage you. What is it the Lord has called you to do? What is it that he said for you to proclaim, profess? What is it that he's called you to declare? What promises has he given you? I want you to be bold. Don't keep it to yourself. Don't keep the word of the Lord to yourself. The word of the Lord is alive. It is a two-edged sword that cuts through the joint, the marrow. And I think it's so important that we encourage each other in these last hours to go out there and do the will of the Father. So that's what I wanted to tell you today. Be bold in the Lord. All right, guys, I will talk to you soon. Remember, you're the head, not the tail. Above only,